This is Claim Your Potential, the Empowerment Podcast. I'm Sofie Lindberg, your host and the Executive Director of Claim Your Potential. Get ready to embark on a transformative journey where we empower women and girls to unlock their full potential in every aspect of life. It's time to claim your potential and step into a life of empowerment. Tune in every Tuesday as we ignite your inner strength, provide actionable insights, and empower you to achieve greatness. So, are you ready to claim your potential? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Claim Your Potential, the Empowerment Podcast. I'm your host, Sofie, and in today's episode, we're diving into the power of community and how to be part of one that uplifts and empowers. But before we jump in, I have an exciting update to share with you. As many of you know, Claim Your Potential is a not-for-profit organization aimed at helping individuals unleash their true potential. I'm thrilled to announce the launch of our new program, the Empowered Women's Network. This mentorship program is dedicated to supporting and empowering women in their personal and professional lives. By joining this network, members gain access to a range of benefits that contribute to their growth and success. Stick around until the end of the episode where I'll share more details about this program and how you can get involved. Now, let's talk about the incredible power of community. Have you ever experienced that amazing energy and support that comes from being part of a community? Whether it's a small group of friends, a professional network, or an online forum, communities have the power to really transform our lives and amplify our potential. Today, we're going to explore various aspects of community and how it empowers us to really reach new heights and go after what we want. To truly understand that power, I would love to start by recognizing its fundamental benefits. So, communities provide a deep sense of belonging. When we connect with like-minded individuals who share similar interests, passions, or values, we feel understood and accepted. This sense of belonging really nurtures our self-esteem and our confidence, creating a safe space for personal growth. Communities really also offer that unwavering support and encouragement. When we face challenges or setbacks, having a network of people who genuinely care about our well-being can make all the difference. I like to say that they become our cheerleaders, providing guidance, motivation, and empathy during both the highs and lows of our journey. I will say throughout most of my life, I didn't feel a very strong sense of community. And it took going through some of the hardest moments in my life and really realizing that I didn't have many people that I could turn to talk about what was going on, to, share my emotions with, to get support from, even if it's not advice, just getting someone to say, you know what, Sophie, you got this, keep going. And it was after that moment that I realized that something had to change. I had to feel a sense of community. I had to put myself with an environment with people that really would help foster that community with myself and with them. And, talking about support, I'd love to build on the power of support here. Communities provide incredible opportunities, not just for emotional support, but also for collaboration and learning, whether it's learning about how you're feeling or how to figure out how you're feeling, or it's learning something new about yourself. Maybe it's learning about a new technical skill that you need for your career. Maybe it's learning about a new financial technique that you can use when budgeting. Anything like that. Within a community, we can really tap into a wealth of knowledge, experiences, and skills that others bring to the table. And so when we get the opportunity to not only share these ideas, insights, and expertise, but to be able to receive that in return, we really get the chance to accelerate our personal growth and expand our horizons. Another key aspect of communities that I really love and I will often tap into is accountability. When we surround ourselves with individuals who share similar goals and aspirations, we become a lot more committed and driven because we can check in with each other. We can say, hey, I know that you really wanted to start this passion project. Just want to check in with you. Have you been making any progress? How can I help you? Do you need to, maybe bounce some ideas off of me? Something like that. And I'll do this with people in my own community, my immediate community. I'll do this with people at Claim Your Potential. And really, any opportunity that I can get to do this, I try to make sure that not only I am accountable for my actions and I'm accountable for what I say I'm going to do, but I make sure that I encourage accountability with people in my life, whether they are an intern or a friend or a boss even, or just someone in my community, because there's so much power in accountability. And the collective energy of a community really helps us stay focused, push through those challenges, those roadblocks, and remain accountable to ourselves. So I know all of this probably sounds really great. You're like, yeah, of course, I want that. That's the definition of a community. Sofie, what are you talking about? But the next step in really figuring out and building a community is, how do you engage in one? How do you build your own? How do you find a community? And the first step to doing this is identifying your interests and your values, because you want to surround yourself with people that are at similar stages in your life, that are at similar points in their career, or maybe they have a little bit more growth than you, or maybe they have a little less growth than you, but people that are around the same point for some of your community members. And then, people that are, well beyond you as well in some way, so that you have that opportunity for mentorship. But really finding people that you can talk to, that you can talk about what's going on. And so that's where interests and values really comes into play there. And so start by identifying, the areas of your life where you're most passionate or curious. What are your values and what kind of community aligns with them? And so whether it's a hobby, a cause, or a professional field, finding a community that really resonates with you will lay the foundation for a meaningful connection, right? You'll have a lot more opportunities to discuss, to talk about what's going on, to share your thoughts, share your opinions, share your, beliefs, if you are surrounded by people that at least have a similar outlook to life as you, or have similar ethics to you. Now, the next step into really, connecting with a community, building out a community, is to seek out existing communities. There's so many platforms and resources to find communities that match your interests. So there's local meetup groups, there's online forums, there's lots of social media groups that you can be a part of. And there's also lots of specialized events and conferences. They have those networking events. I've seen a couple places that will do, speed friending or speed networking, things like that. There'll be local meetups, maybe it's, a book club, something like that. But don't be afraid to really reach out, go for it, be a part of something, and introduce yourself and start engaging with others that share those similar passions. And so I know book clubs are something that we're all very aware of. It's something that's very famous for building community. And it's just textbook good practice, because everyone there shares a similar value of, I want to educate myself, I want to read, but I also want to do it while connecting with others. And so if you can find a group that's similar to a book club, where you're really connecting with people that want to be there, that want to engage, that want to meet new people, that's going to be the way to go. And as you're starting to really make these connections, the next step is to contribute and engage, right? Because going to a community event, joining a social media group, being a part of these online forums is great and all. But to truly benefit from a community, active participation is key. So share your knowledge, share your experiences, share your insights with other members, and ask questions, offer help, and support fellow members in their journeys. By being an engaged and supportive community member, you're naturally going to attract like-minded individuals and build those deeper connections that you're probably seeking. And I know that it's very easy to start off this community building online. It's accessible, right? Almost everyone has an internet connection, at least in the US. And so it's so easy to, get a hold of an Instagram group or to join, an online forum or to do something virtually. For example, the Empowered Women's Network is a virtual community. But while you're thinking about your communities and you're thinking about, what might work best for you, it's also important to, think about fostering offline connections as well. And while online communities are valuable, don't underestimate the power of those face-to-face interactions. So organize meetups, networking events, or workshops where members can really come together and strengthen their bonds. You could also do this through a virtual workshop. When I mean, foster offline connections, I really mean those face-to-face interactions. So interacting beyond a text message or beyond a message board, really seeing someone's face, seeing their emotion, seeing their expressions, and interacting, whether it's an exchange of questions or it's an exchange of stories, really having that opportunity to see each other face to face is so important because the synergy that arises from that face to face interaction really fosters some of the most important and valuable connections that can further enhance the power of your community. And so the power of community is truly remarkable. It is one of those concepts that it's really hard to grasp sometimes if you're from an outside perspective. But once you're a part of a community that supports you, you will feel it. You will feel the difference in your life. And it truly does transform. It provides that support that we so often seek and that we need. And it really propels us towards our dreams. But something to really keep in mind is when you're building and nurturing a community, it is not an end-all be-all. It is not a one step and you're done. It is an ongoing process that requires time, effort, and genuine care. It requires you to be empathetic, to reach out, to listen, to check in, and to be authentic with who you are, as well as what you're seeking from the connections that you're making. So speaking of community, I would love to circle back to the Empowered Women's Network. So through this network, we offer various resources and opportunities for personal and professional growth, from one-on-one mentorship sessions to networking events and online forums. Our goal is to create a vibrant community that supports women in unleashing their full potential. And so when I talked about those face-to-face interactions, through that one-on-one mentorship session that you're getting, through those networking events, through live Q&A sessions with guest experts, you're really getting that opportunity not just to contribute, not just to be part of a powerhouse community of women, but to really connect with them on a deeper level, to see them, to interact with them. And I know that so much of our world is virtual, and so we really wanted to make sure that we're supporting that aspect. So if you're a woman looking for a supportive community, I invite you to join the Empowered Women's Network. You can visit our website at claimyourpotential.org to learn more about this program, as well as how to become a mentor or a mentee or both. And through this program, we can really inspire, uplift, and empower each other. As we conclude this episode on the power of community, I want to encourage you all to reflect on the communities you're a part of or that you wish to create. Embrace the opportunities they offer for growth, connection, and support. Remember, by being an active participant and creating a positive environment, you have the opportunity to really amplify the power of your community and not only claim your own potential, but help others claim theirs. That brings us to the end of another empowering episode on Claim Your Potential, the Empowerment Podcast. Thanks for listening. If you've enjoyed our show and want to learn more about the work we do, you can visit our website, claimyourpotential.org. There, you can access our tools and workbooks, sign up for workshops, join our mentorship program, listen to previous and future episodes, donate to support our cause, and find out how you can get involved. For even more inspiring content, follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Claim Potential. where we share inspiration, educational resources, episode and program announcements, and other content designed to help you reach your full potential. Your support means the world to us, and a free way to support our show is by leaving a rating and review on the podcast streaming platform of your choice. Your feedback helps us grow and reach even more people with our empowering message. If you're unsure of how to do this, head over to our website's Leave a Review page for step-by-step instructions. Thank you to each and every one of you for being a part of this empowering community. Tune in next time as we continue our journey of learning and discover even more ways to claim your potential. Until then, remember that you have the power to create the life you desire. Keep striving and keep growing.